Hey guys, this is Accounting Nightmare. Welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry 4. Today we're going to explore a forest.
Devil May Cry.
And that's the situation so far.
You knew it all along!
How dare you raise your voice in the presence of His Holiness?
That arrogant kid possesses demonic power!
Absurd!
Absurd? Don't play me a fool! Is he not your subordinate? He resurrected Yamato! It's your fault! It's your responsibility!
Trader,
Yes, Your Holiness.
can you apprehend this boy?
If that is your wish. Though who will then track Dante?
I will find Dante.
You can guarantee his capture then?
Absolutely. It's good to see Your Holiness has recovered.
Is she reliable?
She once brought us the sword Sparta, and hastened the completion of our savior.
But she remains almost a stranger to us all.
Which will only concern us should a situation arise. As for her identity, I have already investigated. Now, Credo, find us Nero and Yamato and bring them back to me.
As you wish, Your Holiness.
That menace, Nero, appears to be quite close to Kratos' sister, Kyrie. More than once, he called out her name.
So, now that we have Devil Trigger, we can upgrade it. We have a new option for Yamato. These are our Devil Trigger upgrades. We can get Trigger Heart, which increases the amount of time we can stay in Trigger. And we can get 2 special Devil Trigger attacks. I'll just grab Maximum Bet today. We'll grab Showdown another time. And we can also grab Purple Orbs. These increase our Devil Trigger meter. They're like blue orbs, but for our trigger. We can get quite a few since they start off so cheap. So now we're in a forest. And we've got a secret mission already. But Nero can't actually do that one. We'll have to come back later and do that one as Dante. And these seeds are the new breakable objects of the forest. Vital Star M hidden there, not a small Vital Star, a medium. That's pretty good for a freebie. So you can see our Devil Trigger meter is a pretty decent size now. And each dot also lasts longer because we got Trigger Heart. So our Devil Trigger is quite a bit nastier now. We've got some new enemies down there. We'll check them out in a second. First we'll grab this holy water. Alright, these are called Chimera Seeds. And you can one-shot them with a buster. Yes. They're pretty scary, not. It takes a little bit of slashing to kill them, but Buster one-shots them, so why not? So yes, they're pretty damn easy to kill. We've got a few pathways here. 2 of them are blocked by these walls, though. Those walls have similar designs to some things we saw in the castle. things that were breakable by the gyro blades. Perhaps we'll find a gyro blade soon. For now, this fountain area is the only place we can go. This fountain bothers me, because you can't jump on it. There's a fountain in number 1 that you can jump on top of, and you get red orbs. Oh well. Now we see the true power of the Chimera Seeds. They can attach to other enemies to power them up. These are called Chimera Scarecrows. They have all the attacks that Scarecrows normally have, but they've got blades that flash randomly while you're fighting them. Those blades flash regardless of if the Scarecrow is stunned or not. There's maximum bit. You can only do that one more triggered. Oops, that was close. But yeah, those blades flash all the time. They can really interrupt you while you're trying to melee them.
What's up?
There were seeds here. I must have destroyed them. Tons of seeds here. It's a shame you can't do a streak here to just destroy them all, because if you try, you'll accidentally lock onto that thing. The combat adjudicator. Oh well. So yeah, Chimera Scarecrows. They're not too scary, they're mostly just annoying. So you have to be very careful as in how you attack them. Tons of glass here. And a really creepy looking tree. Can't do anything with that quite yet. But to attack Chimera enemies head on, you have to shoot them first, which will weaken their blades. Then you can actually go in and melee them. Or buster them. And disappearing blocks. It's like Mega Man. Actually, it's really easy, don't worry. You just walk across. I really like these crisscrossing walkways. Now for a much nastier platform section. Why is it nastier? Well, this time we have enemies to worry about. And we have to stay on these platforms for an extended period of time. So if you decloak Mephistos and they fall into a pit, they'll just get their cloak back immediately. It's kind of annoying. Oh, very aggressive this time. You always got to be careful on which platforms are disappearing when. And be careful of that, don't do a charge shot in the air. We will go flying backwards. Little fragment. Delicious. Very easy to miss that one because you might not know it's there. Decloak, you bastard. There we go. The platforms turn blue when they're about to disappear, so just keep your eye on that. And it should be okay. Normally I've killed them by now. I'm spending most of my time talking, I think. That was pretty fun though. And there you go. There's a few different things that can happen there. First of all, if you get knocked off, you fall down into this little area. In this area, you have to kill all the enemies, and then a teleporter will appear. Then you get to try again. That can get annoying quick, so here's a really easy way to do this section. Activate the switch as normal, and then walk out onto the platforms. But then run back onto solid ground. The enemies will spawn, and you get to fight them on solid ground without worrying about falling down. Once you kill them, you can just wait for the platforms to reset, and the enemies won't respawn. Yes, very handy tip there. Especially for Legendary Dark Knight mode in that room. There's some rather annoying enemies there. Anyway, we're at a river, and this is a bit of a crossroads of sorts. Another creepy looking tree. And these seeds are pretty easy to miss. Under the bridge. This place is strangely peaceful. There's no enemies for some reason. But that's okay. Because there is a secret mission. Skyscraper. This one's not too bad. It's just learning how it actually works. You basically need to try it a few times to figure out what you're supposed to do. Then once you figure it out, you can hopefully get it right. It's not just platforms, it's Grim Grips and platforms. This one's a bit of a bugger, it's got a cage around it. And at this point you actually have to land on here. Reposition, and then there you go. God, that was so easy that time. Last night I was practicing and I got stuck on that for a while. No idea why. It's not that hard. But oh well. You can just try over and over, so you shouldn't be stuck on that one for too long. Basically just learning where the platforms are and what you need to do. And then you should get it done. Something I keep forgetting to mention is that in the earlier Devil May Cry games, door locks were hands. They could actually reach out and grab you and do damage. This time around they're more like spider webs, which means that they don't reach out and grab you. Which is a great change to the series, I think. Door hands were just annoying. This fight with assaults is actually pretty tough to get no damage on. There's a few Chimera Seeds in here too, so I have to be careful because Chimera Seeds can actually attach to assaults. There are only 2 enemies they can attach to, and assaults are one of them. Almost got me. Well, Chimera Scarecrows aren't anything to be afraid of. Chimera Assaults are really nasty. Just because they move so fast. Their blades will always catch you by surprise. And now I just clean up the seeds. Alright, managed to avoid any Chimera Assaults there, that's good. Don't worry though, you'll see him next mission. Oh, there's so many next mission. There were some seeds there. So you always need to make use of your gun when you're fighting Chimera enemies. So that you can weaken their blades and actually get in some proper damage. And here's a trusty Gyro Blade. And now we can see we're in the first room. One of the early rooms of the mission anyway. So we get to break down that other wall as well. They didn't last long. Chimera Scarecrows. We had a Gyro Blade, so why not use it, I think. Holy crap, what the hell is that? Ah, it's destroying everything. There's a ton of seeds here. You can destroy them if you want, but you don't actually need them. Yeah, you can get an S for orbs in this mission without destroying those, so yeah, I don't bother. And you will take damage from that thing if you're too slow. What was that thing? Perhaps we'll find out soon. And finally, a Nero Combat Adjudicator. We haven't had one of those in ages. It's always been Dante ones that we can't break. It's just to taunt us, I think. So Chimera Seeds can start off on their own, and then they can actually attach to enemies like that. See? They dive at the enemy. But sometimes they spawn with Chimera Seeds already attached, like this one. You can't just get away from fighting Chimera enemies completely. You do have to fight them sometimes. But sometimes if you're fast, you can avoid it. It's good. I like the design there. Statue and some health. I wonder what's about to happen.
Sorry, but having you around is more than enough.
Your insignificant insults have no effect on me, though I will tear your body to shreds!
This is a kid now, and we've been killing her children this entire time. Whoops. Oh well, they deserved it. She's got a bunch of different positions she takes, like this one where she's in the ground. She spawns all of these vines from the ground. And she does that crazy hair whip thing. You've got to really look out for the vines because they can actually come up right under you. And it can be pretty tough. Oh, it's always something that hits me. It can be pretty tough to avoid them. And you've got to be careful when she leaves the ground too. That can hurt you. So she's in the ground again, and now she's stunned. So now that we have Devil Trigger, we can do triggered busters on bosses. Well triggered, we can actually mash the shoot button to hit him with summon swords. And with that particular buster, you can mash the rev trigger as well to do more damage. And now she's enraged. When she goes yellow, she starts going crazy. A lot of her attacks are now accompanied by seeds flying all over the place. Here's another buster. You can do that anytime you see her seed sack. Yeah, you have to jump there or you'll get hit by those seeds flying out. And she doesn't stay on the ground very long, so it's a bit harder to do damage. And now she's actually devil triggered, as you can see from the little black thing around her head. That can be pretty tough to dodge.
Don't even think about it. step up if you're not gonna put up a decent fight. Didn't your mom ever tell you not to litter?
Jeez, the fight's over already. Alright, we've got a sephirotic fruit. It's not too exciting, don't worry. Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do in that fight, but I didn't get to show off even half of it. Destroy a few seeds here before we leave. And here's the gate she disappeared through. But there's basically two different busters you can do to her. There's her seed sack, and there's the one where you shove your sword in her and you can rev trigger to do extra damage. You can actually activate that one in several different ways. You can stun her in a whole bunch of different positions. And that's all that does. That's not very exciting. So yes, she has a little enrage thing, just like Bale does. When she goes yellow, then all of her movements are combined with attacks of seeds that just go flying everywhere. It's rather tough to dodge them all, so you have to be careful when she goes yellow. When she goes yellow though, she keeps her flower open when she's flying around, so you can actually do this to her. You end up with the same buster, but this time she's moving around. You can also stun her when she's upright. And when she's doing the seed sack position, you can actually jump on top and you can stun her there too. That position's kind of risky to go in though. And also here's the non-triggered version of the Seed Sack Buster, just for completion's sake. God, plenty of busters you can do here. Anyway, join me for mission 8. See ya!
What'd you say?